Hey, what's up, everybody? Got a comment from today on my equal rights video from namgkca. I have no fucking idea how to pronounce your name, dude. I'm sorry. namgkca. Anyway, said, do you ever think about equal rights for the age range? It's a funny question. But a very interesting one, very good one, because I can only assume he's talking about situations where, like, soldiers are told that they're too young to buy alcohol. Oh, but you're old enough to deal with being shipped off to another country and carpet bombing civilians and, or, you know, terrorists or civilians alike, or shooting them. They say that the worst job in the army to do is a sniper, the worst psychologically, because with the grunts, you just shoot a silhouette most of the time. You're not really ever up close unless you're clearing houses, which can tend to happen, but the sniper looks right into the face of their enemy and then fucking pulls the trigger, which has got to be a hard thing to do. So we ask 18-year-olds to do that, yet, you know, they can't buy a beer, which, you know, can kind of make sense, because with the shit they'd have to go through anyway, they'd probably end up being fucking rampant alcoholics. Of course, they'd end up like that anyway. Beer can be bought illegally or gotten illegally. You can't keep a fucking underage person from drinking, is what I'm saying. And the funny thing is, I've gotten kind of discriminated against for being young. I remember the first time I told any type of grown-up I was an atheist. I never really told grown-ups I was an atheist when I was about 13, 14. I was an atheist, but I was just real fucking angry atheist, like, fuck God, you know. And I'm just like, fuck God. It's a stupid ass concept. It's primitive, and it's perpetrated by a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. But back then when I was an atheist, I kind of got this idea that there was still a God, but I was going to be on, like, the other side. Like, I was going to fight against him in, like, the coming apocalypse or some stupid shit. I was fucking dumb, you know, because I was young. But there's a huge thing here that most young people don't get. Today, I'm kind of smart. I got some sense about me, but what's more important is to have the wisdom from experiences, usually, or just wisdom. You know, people have wisdom beyond their years, or wise beyond their years, can be wise beyond their years. I'm a rambling motherfucker. And they can know how to use that. Like, I'll give you kind of an example of this, how when people came over here and I had to kind of reassure everybody, I'm like, you know, I'm not a messiah, I'm not a fucking dude with a message, you know, neither is Brett Keane. Don't raise me up to this, you know, fucking God on a pillar or whatnot. I'm just a guy, you know, and I say shit, and you can tend to agree or not agree, and that is usually wise behind your ears, because other people are, a lot of people out there are fucking attention whores. They want to see the numbers go up, you know. Ooh, look, oh, I got another hit, you know. I'm fucking famous, you know. But, and you'll see this a lot, too. These arrogant young pricks. There's like these 21-year-old kids out there who get the idea, just because they read a couple books, they know more than what the fuck is going on, than, you know, their parents do, or these silly adults, you know. They know everything, yet they have, they feel no need to state why that is. They don't feel the need to prove it in any way whatsoever. That was kind of the whole plot line behind that new Rob Pattinson movie, Remember Me, you know. This dude, basically, he's young and he reads books, he works in the fucking bookstore, and he hates his dad, but his dad is trying to do the best he can in the way he knows how, you know. And he can't see that. He just thinks that he's avoiding his family and avoiding his daughter and shit like that. and he can't understand, and so he takes this fucking stance like, why can't you be like this? And the dude's like, well, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, which is what most young men who are like that, they'll read fucking Shakespeare, or they'll read, in atheist cases, they'll read Dawkins, or that, and then think, I know every fucking thing there is to know, I call them poser atheists who are like that, I read Hitchens, I read Dawkins, You ever dealt with any of the negative consequences, like being looked down upon because you're an atheist? Do you have your shit in perspective? No, I'm just part of like an atheist, I'm part of some sort of group or religion, or, man, people are going to find me cool because I'm in some sort of clique. Nobody's going to find you cool, dude, or at least I'm not. I think, people who think for themselves are cool. People who just join up, thanks for staying on the winning team, or something. I am very against organized atheism of any kind. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, those road signs. We even get them here, which is strange. Those road signs that said, don't believe in God? You're not alone. Call this number. There's others like you. And the first thing I ask, what the fuck am I going to have in common with those people? Like, yeah, we don't believe in God. That's it. There are probably going to be a bunch of motherfuckers there, which usually turns out to be the case. You call up and we'll have, like, atheist meetings around town. It's like, it's going to look like one of those, like, fucking sad singles bars where the 40-year-old mother of two goes to fucking find a man, she's not really an atheist, but she's like, there'll be men there, Anyway, it's just sad. But anyway, fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, 20-year-olds who have no fucking clue. But yeah, I've run into that a few times. They're like, Dawkins says this, or Brett Keane said that, and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, but those dudes are cool and whatnot. I don't really particularly like Dawkins. He gets too sciencey, which I can follow the science, but I prefer more common sense. I like Christopher Hitchens. I've been reading a little bit of him. But, it's just strange. Motherfuckers will read Shakespeare and then they'll start talking like him, and it's like, what the fuck? Why can't you come up with your own shit? Think for your fucking self for 2 seconds. But anyway, that's all I got, so I hope that's helpful to namgkca. I'm sorry about this, dude, but I can't pronounce your name. I seriously doubt anybody else has a better time than I am. I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying change it, but I'm like, man, I can't fucking pronounce this name. So send me a text comment. Tell me, hey, motherfucker, pay attention. This is how you say it, because I've had to do that with my name. It's pronounced Dedeus, by the way. Dedeus. So, anyway, peace.